Hello, and welcome to another week and another episode of Passion Unscripted. This is our episode 45, and we continue to talk. We decided to have another part for our kissing as the love language. And we invited Bruno because he was actively participating last time. And again, for everybody who tuning in for the first time, my name is Irina Portnova. I'm all about manifestation and working with the energy in order to receive whatever we want in our life. Somebody calls it goals, somebody calls it dreams, but everything is possible when you know how to really work with your energy. And I'm here with Dina. We are always here on these weekly episodes, and Dina is the sexual awareness coach. And it's great to have this powerful conversation. Dina is the one to lead our conversations because it's her specialty. And I just love to be the student and as well to represent the voice of the listeners. And Bruno is here with us today. He's the self-love coach. Bruno, thanks so much for joining, and let's have just some fun together.
Of course.
I love it. It's Monday, fun day, and I love
Monday, fun day.
it. Yes, it's contagious. So last time we were here, it was very interesting. All about kissing. So I felt like you, Irina, that we had to do it a second sequel. Okay.
Mhm.
So, and Bruno joined us. So my question is, Bruno, what made you join us again? What for you wasn't? We wanted to share more, or what? Let's talk about it. What ignited in you that you wanted to come and sit for the second time?
Well, first of all, I was invited, and I kind of like your company. I like you as people as well. So, right.
We love you also.
Thank you. So yeah, number one, I was invited. Number two, I like you as people, and you like me too, apparently, which is good, obviously. And then number three, because I kind of like these topics, and I think they're very good to debate. For me, like kissing is a big thing about like love language for me. I love kissing, like in different places and the different types of kisses and everything. So I think for me, like I'm very passionate that way, right? Um, so yeah, kind of, I think like it just depends, it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess kissing is a great way for you to show how much you like a person, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to show how passionate you are about the person. Like if you don't know how to use your words well, hopefully you know how to use your mouth. So, like, right?
Yes.
So,
So I love it. I love it the way that you brought you opened up, and you opened up something, a Pandora box, because I wanted to share immediately. So some people take kissing very lightly, and I'm totally with you, Bruno. I think it's very important, and it's not only that I like kissing, but I know it's very important for a couple to have kissing as a daily tool for their relationship. Kissing is a tool. It has health benefits. Kissing can boost your immune system. Did you know that?
Mhm.
It lowers stress and even burn few calories. So kissing is what you just said, Bruno. Kissing is communication. It can convey emotions and intentions without words. So some people tell you, for example, I have a client. So I like stories. I have a client that she is in a newly dating period, and she is very fond of a boy, of a guy, of a man. Yeah. But this guy is telling her that no, he is not in love. He likes her very much. He likes her style, but he is not in love. And she tells me, Dina, I feel it when he kisses me, that he really loves me. So that's the next step. So I told her, bring him over. Then we can talk. and I'll give him a discovery session, and then I'll get out if he is in love or not. You want to share something, Irina?
You know what? When you share that, it's like nobody knows better than him and she, right? Because they are in that connection together. And obviously, if she felt something, if she felt that, the way he is kissing is more than just, like a random relationship, that there is something deeper. That's exactly because a lot of times we do not know how to trust our intuition. And I feel that our intuition is always guiding us. So if she feels that way, that's exactly how it is. And she doesn't need any proof because she can feel it, right? And women, we have even, a sharper and higher intuition than men. Sorry, Bruno. But that's how it goes, right? But my point is that this guy, he has something to work on. Maybe he has the fears of, like prior relationship when he was rejected, or he's afraid of commitment, right? So there is something behind that stands in the way for him to be open and just admit and talk freely about it. What do you think, Bruno?
Well, I think it's opinions, really. Um, no, but like, I think I don't know. It's like when I think about it, I believe that like for example, I don't even know. It's like so. Irina said something which is true, which is, nobody knows better than them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like, we're not in their life, and we're not feeling the way they're feeling, right? But this is the thing. I think like people have to understand like, are you really feeling that? Like, do you really feel like when the guy kisses you or when the girl kisses you, like, do you really feel like, like they love you, or like, are you like, is your expectations being met? Like, because your expectations may not be the same expectations that those people have, right? I can kiss you in an intense way with love. Like, I can kiss you in an intense way in your lips and be all caring and all that kind of stuff. And that still doesn't mean that I love you. Because, for example, with me, my love language for love, my love language for sex, like there's love there, right? And if I kiss you intensely and passionately, I like you and I want to be with you, right? But when I love you, I have other ways of showing you that, I actually care for you other than that, which is like listening to you. Like, I barely listen to people, like I don't like when people waste my time. But if I sit down and I actually listen to you, it's because I love you, right? Like if you're in a bad mood and I'm there, and I'm just like, I'm like, oh my god, I just want to squeeze your neck until your eyes pop out of your skull, right? But I'm just there, like listening to you, and like I'm kind, and I'm tolerant, and I'm peaceful with you because I also know that you're not like that, but you're just having a hard time, and I love you enough to listen to you, right? Like that's how I show my love. When I talk about kissing, like kissing is a different way, right? Kissing is different, right? Because it's two different experiences, two different situations. It's still love, but it's different, right?
I love
So, yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I love it. I love it, Bruno, because there is where we are. So I did ask the lady. You need to ask him what loving someone means for him.
Mm-hmm.
So and she did, and she told me it's because they both of them are in a certain area of their lives. The girl is really into her business and her stuff and making something out of her, yeah, and the guy the same. So when someone is really having a goal and you partner up, you either need to set your goal aside to give attention, the needed attention to the relationship, and both of them are not in that space, headspace at this moment. So it's not about not wanting to commit or having trauma. It's about both of them, they have goals. And I do believe that if you that stage you meet someone, and this someone wants to help you by not disturbing you in your goal, both of them, I think it's nice. I think it's beautiful. And later on, if it continues, the chemistry continues, then, and you want to make something out of the relationship, power to you. But at this moment, when they met, they have goals. And I, as a coach, as my client, I do ask her to stick with your goals. If you want to go out and have a good sex or something like that, something else. But a relationship, and that you need to put your attention in the relationship and setting your goals aside, I don't think that's what you want. That's why you hired me. So
Something comes to me when you're sharing that. But you know what? When it comes to the heart, you can't really, make command and, because if people are, okay, they have their goals, but for some reason they decided to date, right? So it's not like if you're talking from the perspective that, yes, they have the goals, but it doesn't mean that you have to choose either or. You can have this and that. That's what I'm teaching clients, because in the field of manifestation, you do not have to choose one over another. You can have it all, and you can enjoy and prosper and everything else, right? So the point is that if they decided to get together, it means that something, there was that force that connected them.
and I do agree totally with you, totally.
Intimacy is something that they enjoy, and that could actually fit into whatever other life they have. So it doesn't have to be either or. It can be this and that. That's exactly how it is. And again, sometimes people are not clear by themselves. I think it's great for each one of them to connect with themselves first, because a lot of times they are not sure what exactly they want. They are confused. And when we are in the state of confusion, we cannot make the right choices and the right decisions. And obviously, our statements don't make much sense, because, we can say one things, but our feelings and emotions can show something else, right?
Beautiful, beautiful. If someone is listening to us at this moment, it's good that Irina mentioned this, because when you start dating and you start kissing, there are chemistry that is going to blur your mind. It's not love, it's chemistry. We are a chemical reaction laboratory. Okay. Also, so kissing can increase bonding and release oxytocin. It's a hormone. So if you, I do understand you can have both, but you need to be aware that when in the first stage of dating and you start having sex or kissing, that you are releasing chemicals that can bond you to someone. Maybe in the future you will put your question marks, why did I do that? So that's the reason why I help these people to stick with your goals. And eventually, if the universe, you manifest, you use the sexual energy to manifest everything, and if it stays peaceful and positive and with this person, then that's, you need to stick with this person. That's what I coach. So be aware of these chemicals. So I wanted to continue, because when we started this morning, and I was thinking maybe part 2 of kissing, I should add some massages or some touch touching tools. But Irina opened up a very important topic. It's the cultural differences in kissing. I like it, because I went and searched for some information, and I myself had to I experienced something very awkward. Okay, I want to share with you guys. So I had a master, and he is from Vietnam, and I went for his classes in Australia, in Los Angeles, in Thailand. So I've traveled all over the world to attend his classes. So in Los Angeles, I think it was Los Angeles, I remember that he has always bodyguards. Okay. So you cannot come close to him. So this time he was very close to me. He went by and his bodyguard was not in nearby. So I went to him and I gave him a hug. We from this side of the world, we hug a lot. We kiss a lot and we hug a lot. And from this his side of the world, they don't touch. It's from Vietnam. They don't touch. So I went to him and I hugged him. The bodyguards came and he told them, "No, she's a student of mine." I can remember her face. So during the seminar, he used this what happened between us as an example, and he gave his excuses. He told me, "Very sorry. He has students all over the world, but he needs to teach himself that don't to take it personally or offensive if someone hugs him. But that's his cultural belief that he needs to work on that. That's a shadow work." So for me, it was like, oh, he's my master. He's the master, and he doesn't want me to hug him. How that's how I had to learn. Hey, Dina, sometimes you don't need to hug.
That was such a beautiful story. And it's true, like, like your culture, Dina, where you're coming from, and maybe probably Bruno, I don't know, like, like even take like South America versus, North America, right? So the cultures are different. They're more like vibrant. They're more like, about hugging and expressing. Like my Eastern European, it's, yes, we are very friendly. Yes, we kiss, even like the cheek kiss. We can even do it. Let's say we are invited to the party and we go there, and if we are kissing the people who invited us, it's okay by the end of the party for us to kiss even these people who were sharing the table with us, even though that we don't know them, right? And it's also very like okay for man to kiss a man, right? So it's like something like probably in some cultures like looking very weird, right? But the idea is I would consider us like kind of in the middle. We are not cold, but we are not as hot as like these like Latin countries, right? But it's like it's a good mixture, but we are also very expressive. And if like I was thinking about how do people like actually free to kiss like on the streets. Like in our culture it's okay, like especially like if they are like the people who are dating, having all these like butterflies in the parks, in the public places, it's okay, like to kiss, right, each other. And I think there are some cultures where it's not really acceptable.
Bruno, tell me about you. Have you ever experienced something? He's laughing. Tell me. I want to laugh also.
Okay. No, I'm laughing because like I'm thinking about Portugal, and in Portugal, like people kiss quite a lot. Like in some cultures you give 4 kisses or 3 kisses, but in Portugal you give 2 kisses right on the cheek. So you go like, mwah, mwah, right? You go 2, right? And yes, and we hug a lot as well, and all that kind of stuff. Kisses are more present. Kisses are more present than in kisses are more present in the beginning than in the end of it. So like when we leave, we will kiss people that are known, not the unknown, right? Like usually, like for example, if we don't know the person, we shake the hand, right? Or we say hi, how are you? Hi, hi, my name is this, or my name is that, or hi, how are you? Can I give you a hug? If you ask people, usually say yes in Portugal, right? Unless they have some virus that contaminates the world. so you can touch them, right? But um, other than that, yeah, I mean, also, I mean, it's like I think it's again like Portugal has a lot of like Brazilian influence, right? Portugal also has like a lot of like because the thing is like especially nowadays like there's a lot of like Arabic people like going into Portugal. There's a lot of like Pakistan people like like Asian people going into Portugal. There's a lot of like, Spanish people like to go there. Like Portugal is very diverse, especially like especially in what you call it, especially like in on the summer, right? But a lot of times, yeah, I mean that's really how we are in Portugal. It's like yeah, two kisses. People that we don't know, like we try to like obviously treat with the utmost respect, you know, because we don't know them, and that's really how it is. It's like because that's the thing is especially it's like I'm not gonna kiss somebody I don't know. Like that's just what it is. Like I don't know you from anywhere. Why would I kiss you? Like why? It's like I can be nice to you and I can be a good person to. I don't want to kiss you. It's like I'll shake your hand and that's as far as it goes. But I guess that like for example, if you go to the traditional, right? Even a lot of times it can be like that. Like not this way that I am, but because then again it's like I didn't live all my life in Portugal. I lived a big chunk of it, but then I went to live in other countries, right? um so it's like I've also kind of incorporated a lot of behaviors within my own, right? So my behaviors are not just like Portuguese. I also have behaviors that I learned in England. I have behaviors that I learned in France. I'm also half Australian, so I have some Australian blood in my DNA, right? So yeah.
But
Um,
what about romantic, Bruno? Okay, we
yeah.
understood in terms of like
No, I
this.
know, I
What
get it.
about romantic?
Well, no, I get it. But that's the thing. Is like the romantic is basically the same thing. It's like because the first thing I touched on was the romantic, as you heard, and um, which was the kissing. It's like obviously when we are like relating to somebody, the kissing is very important. It's like kissing. That's the thing. Is like also I think like honestly I can't speak for all Portuguese people, but for example, I love French kissing. French kissing is not Portuguese kissing, but it's a type of kissing, right? Um, but it's like we're very. I mean, one thing that I can say about like Portuguese people is that like we're very like when we are in love, we're very passionate, right? I do consider like Portuguese people also very loyal in love. Um, from my own experience, but also from everything else. Like because like that's the thing. Like when it comes to traditional, a lot of Portuguese women and a lot of Portuguese men are very loyal because we come from traditional families. Like we come from like a traditional background of like family environment. I am an only child. A lot of people have brothers and sisters, not like 5 or 6 or 7, right? Like it was like 500 years ago. But but most like 1 or 2 or 3, and that's basically But yeah, but when it comes to kissing, like there's not really much like that I can really go to in here because
Yeah.
when it comes to kissing, it's not a philosophy, it's science. You have this amount of kissings. You either from 1 to 10, how much do you feel it, and that's really all about it, right? The importance that people give to it, I mean, probably a lot, because
I think from what we just spoke, I think we can consider people from Japan, India, and that area of the world. The kissing is not something they do on the street, and kissing for them it's private. Okay, so that's what I can take from what we just spoke. What I wanted to touch base on is the nose in kissing. So I'm going to start with you guys first, then I'll explain a little bit more. So Irina, what is a no? A no in kissing for you? It's a no go.
I never thought about it.
Ah.
I never thought about it. I guess when you are attracted to the person, then you can, like try different things.
And Bruno, no, but Irina, you did have a partner, and what didn't you like? What was a no for you in kissing? For example, for me, bad breath. It's a no.
Oh, okay. But I was
It's a
thinking in
total
terms
no.
of like the kisses themselves.
Yeah, aggressive. I don't like aggressive kissing. Not in the beginning. Maybe when you're in bed and very heat, then you can be aggressive, but not start immediately aggressive. You ignoring signals is for me also a no. So what else comes up with in you guys? What is a no in kissing? A
So
lack
for
of.
me, for me, if it doesn't happen naturally,
That's
if
a good one.
if it's like forceful.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
A lack of consent is for me also very important, because
Mm-hmm.
you see it in picture, the man taking the woman and giving her a kiss. No, I love it when a man asks me, can I give you a kiss? It's so sexy. I like the face of Irina. It's so sexy. I do use this also for men. If you don't know when to kiss a woman, just ask her. It's sexy. What is a no also is an unresponsive kissing. Have you ever felt that? Kissing is a two-way street.
Yes.
It's not that, no, it won't work. um, Overusing tongue is also a no. So does anything come in? So Bruno just stated just now, he will not kiss strangers. That's a no for him. But have you ever been with your partner and have you felt something, not the items that I just mentioned, something else that was a no?
No touching for me. Also,
No touching. Oh wow.
you gotta touch me.
And you gotta touch. No touching is a no. Okay, now I understand. Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah, no, like no touching as a no. So like, I don't like when we're kissing and like I can touch her, or she doesn't like being touched in a certain place, or like for example, she wants me to touch her in a place where I don't want to touch her, and I'm like, yeah, but that, like, fuck, like that doesn't really align with what I want. Shit, right? Um, but I mean, it's like I think like the touching is also very important.
Oh
Oh,
You know,
Miriam said smoking cigarettes.
yes, yeah. You know what? It depends. It
Mm-hmm.
depends
Yeah, it
because
depends on people, right?
it
Everybody
depends.
has their. But again, we are talking about what's no, right? We
No,
can't all fit in the same picture. So yes, for somebody, this is like like
no. True.
turn
But
off.
now Miriam opened up something in me, because I like it when a man smokes cigars. I love it, and it's different from tobacco of cigarettes. Cigarettes I don't like. It's horrible. But a good
Mhm.
cigar, the taste, perfect. But it's like you said, we are all different, and some like it,
Exactly.
some don't. Okay, so
Exactly.
the opposite now. What are the yeses in kissing?
Hold on. Miriam said it's different. Yes, it's different with the cigars. Yes. Thanks,
Yeah.
Miriam. Yes. The yes is this, like like especially when you're attracted to the person. Yeah, that's the easy yes. Mm-hmm.
Good hygiene, fresh
Mm-hmm.
breath, clean teeth. it makes kissing enjoyable. Consent.
Oh my god,
Gen-
clean teeth. That's one. That's one. That's another one. I ain't kissing no yellow teeth. Like that's for sure. Like I have no idea what's like in between your teeth, but I ain't kissing that. Uh, not
How do
happening.
you
Sorry.
know that?
Sorry.
How do you know that yeah, she smiles with the yellow teeth? Mm.
No, I mean when she opens her mouth and she's talking. Like, if a woman opens her mouth and she's talking, like I can see the teeth.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't
So
have to be. They don't have to be like. They don't have to be like white like me. Like I'm so white. Look, right. I mean, don't have to be white like me, right? I'm like just not yellow, right? Just brush your teeth 3 times a day or twice a day. Once before you when you wake up, and then another one before you go to bed. You
yes,
know, something like that.
gentleness. Gentleness is very, very inviting. That's what I would recommend. Start gentle, and yeah, if your partner is into dominance and submission, and you want to be wild, then you need to know the partner. Okay. Um.
You know what comes for me? Sensuality. It's a yes.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
and what
Mhm.
is sensuality for you, Irina? Give me some examples.
Like being very soft, like you said, being gentle and being actually feeling me, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. Like that's actually
It's like,
interesting because
like I look at kissing as the dance, right? The same thing, if you can feel the partner in the dance, the way you move, right? And the way you feel the, like the energy. Same thing with the kissing.
So I love it. I love this topic, but we need, yeah, the time flies. So
Yes.
before we close, I do recommend, if you are in a relationship, give your partner a morning kiss, a good night kiss. Um, the kisses should not, you should not eliminate French kisses with the tongue. You should not have only peck kisses. You need to have various slobby and all messy kisses. That's the one that works. The other ones won't work. And at least you'll need to count until 20 before leaving each other's lips, because then you will be enjoying the chemistry, the endorphins that comes out of kissing. That's my
Mhm.
recommendation.
Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome tips. So do are we ready to close up? I love this conversation, right? And I would love for people to really, like Miriam, thanks so much for participating. For people just, like be more active and also tell us what topics they're interested in so we can cover,
I
right?
think
In these conversations. And also, connect with us. Dina, do you have anything going on? Do you have any workshop that
um,
you are inviting people?
right at this moment, I do. I'm really into my supplements, and I have a lot of clients. So I'm really, really giving myself in that area at this moment. So if you want to know more about my supplements, that I call them Superwoman and Superman supplements, just give me send me a message, and we'll talk about them.
Awesome. And I have the workshop tomorrow actually. And whoever is going to watch in the replay, I have them on recurring basis. So it's all about just get to know yourself better, who you are, what do you like, what do you want from life. And that's a great place to tune in and start like really understanding yourself on a different level, because then you can experience the love on a different level and you can experience the kisses on a different level, right? It's all connected. And Bruno, how about you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you you should never look let like whether if it is kissing or love or anything else, and whether your kissing is love language and the other person is not. Never really never downgrade yourself if you truly believe you deserve something more than what you have or what you want, right?
Awesome.
Like, yeah.
Awesome. All right. So that was a great conversation. Check out our links. See if you want more information. We love you lots, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye. Have a great week.